Hey friends, it's Cool Trainer Rob. I know it's been a little while since I've posted a video, but I had some things that needed taken care of in life, and I've managed to see all of those things through. I also had some health issues to sort out, and I've been very fortunate that those things are no longer a factor in my life. So without further ado, let's get into the core of this video. Today's video will be discussing the 1 out of 62 Aerodactyl card. There's 5 variants of this card, and I felt it would be worthwhile to explain the various versions of this card that exist. Some of these variants are very subtle in their differences, and many of you may own some of the rarer versions of this card without even being aware of it. I think it's appropriate to start with the standard release version of this card, which would be the 1 out of 62 Aerodactyl holo card found in the Fossil expansion. This would be the best known version of this card, and the version with the highest amount of printed copies in circulation. I won't spend a ton of time on this particular version of the card, as there's not much to say other than it features the Galaxy holographic pattern. Next up would be the first edition printing of the standard Fossil Aerodactyl. And this card is identical to the standard printing in that it still features the Galaxy holographic pattern, but as you probably already know, it is differentiated by the first edition stamp found in the left center part of the card. Up next is the pre-release version, and I'm a very big fan of the Wizards of the Coast era pre-release cards, as when I was a young collector, I was able to collect this in person when they were brand new at Pokemon League events. So, like I just told you, these were given out at Pokemon League events back in October of 1999. And this card can be confusing to newer collectors as it features a first edition stamp. However, this card should not be confused with the actual first edition version of this card. The real thing to take note of here is the pre-release stamp in the lower right part of the artwork. You should also consider the holographic pattern, as it is the Galaxy pattern. Now, there's a variant version of this particular pre-release card, and it can be differentiated by the presence of the Cosmos holographic pattern, and this version was given out in Europe. Here's both versions next to each other so you can see the subtle differences. This brings us to the last version of this card, and this is the version I would consider to be the rarest. I've personally never seen one in person, but it does exist and they are out there circulating within collecting circles. This version is frequently referred to as the Wizards of the Coast Employees Only version. This particular variant was handed out amongst employees of the Wizards of the Coast. It looks identical to the standard Fossil expansion version, but it can be differentiated by looking at the holofoil pattern. The standard edition features a Galaxy pattern, while this version features the Cosmos holofoil pattern. This card could easily be hiding out in your own collection, and you might not even know about it due to the subtleties of its differences. I do want to close out this video with a small disclaimer. This video is accurate at the time of production, but the Pokemon Company International has been reprinting cards from the Wizards of the Coast era. So there may be a time in which there are other versions of this card out there, but my video is meant to cover the versions of this card that were printed during the vintage era of Pokemon trading card game. But if there does come a time when there are new versions of this card printed, feel free to comment and put that extra information below so anyone who's curious can learn about those versions. Until next time, trainers, I'm Cool Trainer Rob. I appreciate you being here.